This is everything we know so far about Chapter 6 Season 2. So starting off, Chapter 6 Season 2 is confirmed to be a heist-themed season. The season is codenamed Robbery Gameplay in the Files, and we seem to be getting a new chainsaw or ripsaw launcher item, and also the C4 and flare gun will be unvaulted next season. Chapter 6 Season 2 is scheduled to release on February 21st, 2025. It seems like one of the main mechanics of Chapter 6 Season 2 is going to be a hijacking mechanic. According to Lolo on Twitter, a Fortnite leaker, the way this new hijacking mechanic is going to work is the player has to connect to a car and can click an input to start hijacking the car, and the player can also cancel it and it'll have a cooldown. Hijacking can fail if the car is going too fast, if the car does a sharp turn, or if the vehicle crashes. Moving on to Battle Pass leaks. So around December of 2024, Epic Games released a skin survey showing a bunch of upcoming Fortnite skins, and there were 4 skins in particular that really stood out. There were these 4 skins with badges from 2 different factions or corporations. There was Mantis and Arcanid. They seem to be detectives or spies, and maybe Chapter 6 Season 2 will involve these 2 factions fighting for control over the island. Next up, according to Cyan on Twitter, we have some teasers at the next Fortnite season. So according to Cyan, in the next season of Fortnite, we will see the return of one of Midas's old friends. There's a very strong chance that Midas's old friend might be Kato Thorn, because in the Fortnite skin surveys, there was concept art of a vampire marigold skin. Now, Kato Thorn is a vampire, and there's actually a bit more evidence of this in-game. According to Galactic Nezumi on Twitter, they said, "We got a lot of vampire-themed strings in the files that sound as though they're teasing an infection mode themed around vampires." Now, if you don't know, strings are basically text that appears in-game. So like any kind of text you see on screen is a string. So for example, some strings that we got were "You're a vampire," or "You're a survivor." So there might be some kind of vampire heist game mode coming up in Chapter 6 Season 2. Alright, moving on. We have some collaboration leaks for Season 2 and possibly Season 3. According to Shina and Spielschall_Nick on Twitter, a James Bond skin and wrestler-themed season might be coming to Fortnite. Apparently, the leaker who mentioned Sabrina Carpenter coming to Fortnite also said that a James Bond skin is coming to Fortnite. And they also mentioned a wrestler update that seems to look like a season. Now, they actually showed us some concept art of what this could look like. As you can see, there's Fishstick holding 2 boxing gloves, and I'm kind of conflicted on this. I honestly don't think that Chapter 6 Season 3 is going to be wrestler themed, and the main reason for this is the concept art doesn't show any new Battle Pass skins. Like, the concept art shows Fishstick and I believe Winter Bushranger, and I feel like Epic wouldn't show old skins to promote a new season, so this is most likely going to be a new metaverse game mode, which honestly I'm very excited for. Alright, moving on. According to Hypex on Twitter, Fortnite just updated the Getaway LTM, so it's most likely going to be returning in Chapter 6 Season 2. And something that I didn't even know is that we haven't had the Getaway LTM in over 5 years, which is crazy. And also, one more thing to note is the Getaway LTM will have support for duos and squads in builds and zero builds, and for some reason it's going to have support for ranked. I'm not sure why. It's an LTM. LTMs don't usually have ranked modes, but I guess we'll see what they're planning. It's also very possible that Chapter 6 Season 2 will feature a Ben 10 collab. According to Sam Leaks on Twitter, Ben 10's co-creator has shown interest in collaborating with Fortnite. Apparently, Warner Bros. Is going to be collaborating with Fortnite a lot more now, since Multiverses is shutting down, so there's a much higher chance that we get more Warner Bros. Characters, possibly like Ben 10. We also have leaks, according to Hypex, that Dom's Dodge Charger might be coming to Fortnite very soon. This would make sense given the car hijacking feature coming up. Like, if we're getting hijacking and car chases, we're most likely getting Fast and Furious themed items. We might also get IShowSpeed and Cenat in Fortnite, because a couple of days ago, Fortnite sent them these massive Fortnite props of like the Durburger mascot and the Tomato Head mascot, so it might only be a matter of time before they actually get skins. And let me remind you, that during Chapter 4 Season 4, the last heist-themed season, we did get a TikToker in the Battle Pass with Kabi Lane. So it would make sense that in the next heist-themed season, being Chapter 6 Season 2, we might get more streamers or TikTokers in the Battle Pass. Anyways, according to Lolo on Twitter, the Compete tab seems to be getting a brand new UI overhaul, but it seems to be a complete overhaul, so expect it to look very different very soon. Fortnite is also working on a lot more servers for different regions. According to Hypex, we seem to be getting new servers for Tel Aviv, Oregon, Washington, and South Carolina. I think the best time for these to release is probably at the start of a brand new season, so they might be coming very soon. Alright, now some non-Battle Royale leaks. We have some upcoming item leaks for Ballistic mode. So apparently, according to Blortzen on Twitter, Epic is working on a brand new fire grenade Molotov for Ballistic. According to the item description, it seems like you can throw down the item to prevent people from walking in a certain area. It says, prevent enemies from walking through an area unless they're willing to move through fire. Apparently you can carry 2 of them, and it will also be added to creative mode. Alright, now time for some storyline and event leaks. According to Blortzen again on Twitter, the mini event will feature us freeing the Night Rose from the Spirit Realm. So if you didn't know, the Night Rose is a character who is trapped in those Spirit Realm portals, and the event might feature us battling a demon to free her from the Spirit Realm. Apparently in the files there is a boss codenamed Wandering Boss that we might be fighting during the event, and the event might take place on this snowy mountain because according to Lolo again on Twitter, Epic Games added a data layer that can disable the snow portal at any time, which makes him think that it might be related to the mini event. So stay tuned. I'm not sure when the event might be, probably next Saturday on the 15th. And according to Restro, the Night Rose is seemingly going to continue to be more relevant throughout next season, helping us take back the Zero Shard. And finally, we have some pretty interesting teasers from a game designer at Epic Games. So a couple days ago, a Epic Games employee called Samurai Eclipse on Twitter gave some pretty vague but very interesting event leaks. So somebody on Twitter asked him, what are your favorite characters and events? And he gave his list, but number 5, he said he can't just say it yet with the eyes emoji. He also followed it up by saying, the next mini event, in my opinion, is really cool, but there is something else waiting to be made. And then he said, there is a reason why the storyline quests were written the way they were this season, and the mini event was just a start. Definitely try to go back and look at it now, and a theory might pop out. So this gets me very excited because this means that, one, we're having a mini event this season, that's confirmed, and it might be very interesting. It seems like we might actually get a proper chapter finale event later this chapter, which is probably the number 5 thing that he said in his original tweet. So I'm very excited for this, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today's video. Thank you for watching. Use code me, myself, and AJ if you want to support me, and I'll see you in the next video.